Hi everyone, I represent Allowance Creations and today I want to show us how to sew this beautiful cowl gown.
You can consider subscribing to my channel and don't forget to hit the notification bell if you are already subscribed.
It's a trendy cowl gown. There are different types. It depends on how creative you can be. And we are going to be making use of this beautiful, I don't even know what the name is, but I just love it. It looks like silk and it's made in a direct design and it's going to give us a very beautiful cowl effect. This fabric is kind of dull, so that's why I want to draft this on the paper. Basic measurements we need is our length measurement and our hip measurement, because I want us to see all the marking. Let's assume that I'm placing both the back and the front together and this is on fold. This is our top line, this is our center back front. So let's assume this is our full length of the gown. My shoulder measurement is 16 divided by 2 is 8. The remaining part here will represent the wideness of my cowl and my sleeve length. On the edge of my paper, I will come down by 2 inches. For my neck depth, I want to make use of 3.5 by 4.5 for my front, and for my back, I'm using 3.5 by 2 inches. So from my neck width, I'll do my shoulder slope. From this shoulder slope, I'm going to be measuring my sleeve opening. From my sleeve length, so I'm using, or let's put it at 7. So that means finally we'll have 6. I'll use ½ inch to hold it at the upper part. And one of the measurements I told us that we needed again was our hip circumference. You know that our fabric is folded into 4, so we are going to divide our hip by 4. My own hip here is 45. 45 divided by 4 will give us 11.25. It's going to be a fitted cowl, but at the same time we need to add some ease allowance to it. So I'm going to be adding ease allowance of 3 inches or 2.5 inches to this. So to this 11.25, let's round it up to 11.5. So I'm adding 2.5 to it. That will give us 14 inches. I will measure 14 inches all through. So this will give me the ease to walk about. For our cowl effect, from the sleeve opening, I'll just bring my long ruler and connect straight. I'm not curving, I'm not doing anything. That is one way to do it. If I decide to connect it straight, the cowl will fall to this place. So what I'm going to do now is to go up by some inches. On this paper, let me go up by 9 inches. It all depends on you. You can choose that you want your cowl to stop at the hip line, at the knee line. Everything depends on your choice. On my actual cloth, I'll go up by 15 or 16 inches. I need to add seam allowance, maybe ½ inch or 3/4. I've added 1 inch seam allowance. That is our cowl gown. It is as simple as ABC. Before cutting, I'm going to add ½ inch sewing allowance. When you want to cut it, you cut the back neckline first. Once you are through with the back, then you can use it to cut the front. This is our sleeve opening. So here is the pattern for our cowl gown. Let me now do it on fabric. Here is my beautiful fabric. This fabric is about 3.5 yards, which is very, very okay for me. My full length is 63. I always like my gown to flow. I'm going to be adding like 1 or 2 inches for seam allowance. I'll measure 65 inches twice. I will fold it by the width and then fold it along the length. So I folded into 2 along the width to have 26 inches by 130. So afterwards, I will now fold it by the length. So I'm going to be having 4 folds. And when you are working with chiffon material, you need to be extra careful. You need to keep on checking and checking. In fact, when you are working with lightweight fabrics like this, office queen should be your companion. The folded edge is facing me. This is the folded edge. I've held down my fabric with pin so that I will avoid it shaking. And I'm going to be marking it on the wrong side. Just like we did on our paper, I will mark the shoulder. I'm going to be measuring 14 inches on my hip, and that 14 inches I will take it down. For my neck width, I made use of 3.5. My neck depth, I used 4.5. For my back neck depth, I made use of 1.5. I'm going to be dropping my shoulder slope by 2.5. I'll connect from that drop to the nape of my neck. So here I'll be measuring 7 inches. I said it when I was drafting on paper that I don't want the cowl to fall to the end here. So I need to decide how far I want the cowl to form. I think I explained it. If I want it to really form to the hem, I'll connect the straight line to the hem. But now I just want to come up by 17 inches. This is totally dependent on my choice. Arm opening with a straight line, can you see? So all the cowl will form along this side. And don't forget to add your seam allowance. So I'm going to be adding 1 inch across board. So I'm adding the seam allowance down to the hem, as you can see. I'll take this to the sewing machine, join it at the shoulder, join it here, and then I'll finish the neck with a bias and hem. If your serger is available, it's better we serge it.